Bienvenidos, señores y señoras. Welcome to another episode of En la Casa para la Raza podcast. And on today's episode, we have Brisbane's own DJ Oscar. DJ Oscar en la casa. ¿Cómo está, hermano?
Hey, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Good, bro. Hey, first of all, just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for being acá en la Casa para la Raza podcast. And put my hands together for the homie DJ Oscar, man.
Thanks, man. It's a pleasure. I'm glad to be a part of it.
No, all good, hermano. Yeah, man. So, yeah, what's been happening, man? How you been doing?
Been good, man. A little busy with the venues. Just trying to find some time to reflect when I can. But other than that, man, busy. Going back on track after COVID, which is good.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. That's good that you guys are keeping all the party alive. You know what I mean? It's very, very important for our culture, I think. Hey, look, DJ Oscar, I'm gonna hit you with the first question, man. Who is DJ Oscar? Just a brief, answer, just so the people watching can understand a little bit more about yourself.
Cool. Who am I? Just a very proud Latino that loves music more than the average guy. But again, man, I guess Latinos love music too much as well. So I guess I'm just normal.
Just nice, man. Nice. So talking about being Latino, where are you from originally, bro?
I was born in Sydney, and my parents came to Australia in 1980, and they decided they had three choices. They either went to New York, Toronto, or Sydney, and they decided to go to Sydney.
Oh, that's
so I'm
kind of
thankful. But then as soon as I was 5, we moved up to Brisbane and been here ever since.
Crazy. Hey, that's insane because my parents, they came here in the 80s as well. And they had the same choice of not United States, but they had the choice of going to Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's like very similar. But I think because my grandparents had already been here, it was easier for them to like do the papers and stuff to come to Australia at the time.
I think it was a good choice on both our parents. I mean, we live in such a healthy and happy country. We're so lucky.
Yeah. No, that's true, man. That's true. You gotta give credit when it's due. Definitely, it's a safe country and an awesome place. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Yeah. So,
man, what were your influences coming up in the game? Like, what made you get into DJing?
So funny story. Quick one. I'm just doing just getting rid of rubbish, and I was going through my storage down here in Southside Brisbane, and I was going through my school stuff, and I've been looking at my old school diary from school, and I didn't realize, but I had so many pictures of these DJs that obviously no one would know now, but from back in the day. So for my influence came from, I guess, from watching MTV when they showed their Ibiza specials, when they showed the DJs how they DJ'd, and then when they went to hip hop, I was very heavily influenced. I liked the music, but I preferred to know more how they did it. Had no idea, and once I started learning, I was just hooked. So I guess I was hooked from since I was 13. Wow. With the DJing stuff, and when I finally got some money together and bought my decks when I was 19, I thought I made a massive mistake because it was expensive, and I started when I first mixed my first couple of records, it was like as if and a feeling of this is what it's supposed to be. This is what I'm meant to be doing. Yeah. So the DJ stuff, I guess, originated from there, just watching other massive DJs. Heavy influence as well as from my parents. They had a ton of records. Gypsy Kings every Sunday. Mark Anthony, all that stuff. It wasn't, yeah. So Latin influence, parents, 100%,
Yeah.
and DJ influence, I would say from DJs like David Morales, Eric Murillo, um, uh, and all the major ones from back in the day, Africa Bambaataa.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been yeah, it's weird because it's just looking through the pictures is just insane. But yeah, that's where I guess why I'm here today, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. No, that's awesome. Mira, when so talking about it, you said that this was roughly around when you were 19 that you bought your first DJ decks. Would you say that's when you started DJing or learning?
I bought it because I had made a bit of money from just, doing work, cash in hand jobs. And I
Yeah.
bought the decks because I wanted to learn. And to be honest, I left the decks there for like 6 months because I couldn't make sense of it. I had no mentor. I had no one to show me other than just watching videos. And YouTube wasn't really big that back then. So
Yeah.
for me to discover, I had to go to the clubs and find out. So I guess after a while, I started searching for a mentor, and I found a few years later, and the knowledge came so fast, and I ate it all up. And
Yeah.
before you know it, I was in the clubs, major clubs, DJing for like $30 an hour.
Crazy.
Yeah, back then. So it's yeah, it was a wild ride, but fun though.
No,
Definitely fun.
that's dope, bro. That's dope. Hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Like, that's just
Yeah.
the curves of learning, I guess, Hey, when you first started DJing, like, was it like R&B, hip hop, and all that, or was it like Latin music?
Latin music was always the source.
Yeah,
But the thing was, house music was what I was into.
nice,
It's
nice.
weird because I'm very diverse. I listen to heavy metal. I listen to reggaeton. I listen to R&B. I listen to, sometimes I just listen to some drum and bass. But the stuff that I started DJing with was house,
Yeah,
and then R&B came naturally because it's just came hand in hand with Latin music,
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
exactly.
like back then we didn't have reggaeton, so it was all about the Illegales, DLG, El Bainao, all that stuff. That was
Claro.
the hits that we had. Then Venga Boys came on the scene, but they weren't really Latin, even though everyone loved them in the Latin scene.
Yeah,
But it was house music. So how I started with house music, moved on to R&B, hip hop, and then when reggaeton was just breaking, started collecting, and it blew up. Yeah,
yeah.
it blew up in the Latin scene.
Yeah, that's crazy because like obviously house music is similar. It's similar to Latin music. It's a fun sort of
Yeah,
fiesta vibe, right? So yeah, crazy.
100%. They got that. What's that genre? Oh, the name of that genre is Guay. No, I forgot it. I forgot the name. But it's like house, but with trumpets, and it's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. But yeah,
Do
it's
you
the way it's
still
going.
do you still get into a bit of house music today in time, or it's mainly just the Latino stuff?
100%. So currently at my new venue, Iris Rooftop, I
Nice.
play house music. I play deep house, disco, new disco, and a bit of Latin to just spice it up. Every time I play, I just drop a Latin influenced track.
Yeah.
People's vibe picks up, and yeah, it's like a secret weapon. My
Yeah.
man from Sydney, Dante Rivera, massive DJ.
Shout out
He's a
Dante.
massive house DJ down there, and he gave me some music that is just spices up the set. So 100%, man. That's currently on the weekends, house music, and then on the Saturdays at Blackbird is just nothing but R&B, reggaeton, party bangers.
That's awesome, bro. Man, I got to go there. I'm still yet
Come
to
through.
experience it.
I'll sort
Yeah.
you out.
Oh, for sure, man. Thanks for that, man. Definitely. Hey, do you feel like it was difficult playing Latin music, especially here in Queensland in the beginning? Like, was there like love straight away, or was it more like, oh, one of those ones?
Um, so in the club to play Latin, it has to be a massive hit. It had to be what it was. The only Latin music we had back in the day in the club was Ricky Martin, man. Like
Yeah, yeah,
everyone knew
true.
Ricky Martin, and everyone would go off because it was pop, but it was Latin. Um, but then when reggaeton started blowing up slowly, when Nicky Jam and all them were starting to do their stuff,
Yeah,
um, I was listening, I was collecting, and I had no idea we could do a night full of reggaeton. It was a dream.
mm,
But then
yeah,
finally, with a partner, we decided to do a night, and we didn't know what to expect. We got this the first time we ever did reggaeton in Brisbane was in this room that was had low ceilings in the
yeah,
middle of summer, and we had a good sound system,
yeah.
dodgy lights, and it was just me and this other DJ,
That
and
sounds that sounds perfect, bro.
right, it was like we don't know what's going to happen. We
Yeah,
didn't have online ticket sales, whatever. We just had a girl at the door, and whoever paid to come in would come in. We
yeah,
packed that place out by 10 p.m., and it was
yeah.
that busy that the room was a sauna. Um,
That's
we had
crazy,
to
bro.
quickly grab fans and put them on the floor. It was that crazy. It was that overpacked that the fire alarm went off,
Wow.
and I quickly ran to the door, grabbed the stamper for when you come in.
Yeah,
Everyone that came out, I stamped really hard
yeah,
because we're not going to finish the night at 11 o'clock. As soon as the fire alarm went off, I stamped everyone that left.
yeah,
And then when the fireys came to check out the fire, and there was no fire,
yeah.
um, everyone that got stamped came in, and it
Wow.
legit. The party came back at 11:30, and we went till it was I think it was we were there till like 4 in the morning, and that was it. We had to cut it,
Wow.
and then yeah. So that
That
was
was
the
that was your
first time.
first, so the first time you dropped a reggaeton event or just a reggaeton night.
Yeah, the first one that
Wow.
we know that was that had DJs that could actually mix and read a crowd. So we had the experience.
Claro.
So we knew we'll give the goods. We knew that we were going to give them a great night. So after that event, we did well, and we moved on to a bigger venue. And ever since then, for like 5 6 years, public holidays, we ran a night and just pumped out the quality of reggaeton. And we did chuck in the odd salsa, the odd Latin track, house track as well.
Yeah.
And we had not just Latin people enjoying the night. We had other ethnicities come through and just go, "Wow, this is what it's about." So
I
a
think
massive.
I think that's roughly around the time where I was in the scene. Was that Dame Reggaeton? Was your night called Dame
Yeah.
Reggaeton?
So the event was called Dama Reggaeton, and then we moved it from that small little club to a bigger club, and then we moved it to the Met, which was a massive club. And
Yeah.
then it ran its course. I moved on to other things and started just not doing Latin nights, but I always loved dancehall music. So then I joined up with the big DJ in Sydney, Nick Toff, and we started
Nice.
doing jam, which was Brisbane's reggae and dancehall
What was
nightly
that called? Jam Rock?
jam rock. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So ever since then, Brisbane has had a taste of good quality music, properly marketed, proper promotions, and done properly.
Oh
So
yeah.
once Dama Reggaeton ran its course, I was busy with Jam Rock and some other events. Traveled a little bit, and then once I settled back in Brisbane, teamed up with the mighty DJ Don Juan from Sydney. He's now in the Gold
Shout out
Coast.
Don Juan. He'll be
Yeah, man.
on Thursday. I think he'll be on.
Yeah, man. He's
Yeah.
been in the scene longer than anyone I know.
Well, was the first time you met like Don Juan and them boys wasn't when we toured in Sydney, or had you met
No,
them prior?
so I've known Don Juan since a little bit before Dama Reggaeton because
Oh, okay, yeah.
I knew that he put out a CD called Total Reggaeton Total or Total Reggaeton,
Yeah,
which
I
is
remember them cities. Yeah,
the first reggaeton Latin CD that was published or promoted in Australia, which was
yeah.
insane. So of course, I bought my CD.
I
And
remember that those type of CDs and that thing was like, if you're a Latino, that was that popular that I had to fly to like Western Sydney to the markets to go and find it because I didn't know Don
wow.
Juan at the time. So then I'd be there, like, you know what I mean? I'll buy that, get on the plane, and then come back to Brisbane.
Yeah, man. And that's when I hit him up and said, "Look, I love this. I really want to be a part of this," and became friends ever since.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
And throughout the years, and finally, once I was settled in Brisbane, just coming back to maybe a year ago, we decided to join up, team up, and create a new school reggaeton night, and we called it. We wanted to incorporate old school and new school.
Yeah.
So the only name we could think of that people would know what it is automatically.
Yeah.
Would be Gasolina, because
Gasolina.
Gasolina for me was the first track to break into the mainstream that was reggaeton. That
No
was
doubt.
the first track that made it global. So massive shout out to Daddy Yankee for putting the Latin people
Of course, man.
in the mainstream. So that's why we called it that, and that's why we decided to go with that and provide the goods basically. So the first Gasolina night was, I think it was in June, just before.
Before COVID, right?
Oh no! It was like in between COVID.
Oh, that's
It
crazy.
was not long ago. It was in May.
Yeah,
That's right. It was in May, and our restrictions were fine, and we sold out of tickets a week prior, and we had to hold about 150 on the door if people wanted to walk through, and we sold out of that, and there was a lineup outside, and we felt sorry because it was starting to get cold and people were standing out in the cold. So, but now that things are better, we can have more people in the club. We've incorporated a way where we can still fit in people and still be under the capacity. So the next Gasolina on the 29th of October at Blackbird will be a spooky affair because it's a Halloween special. So
nice. That sounds cool, man. Would you say Gasolina brings the same vibe as Dame Reggaeton in the new era?
I would say it's different in regards to not just venue wise. It's a bit grown, I think.
Okay.
Whereas Dame Reggaeton was very clubby, very disco lights and everything, very clubby. Where Gasolina is now, we're focusing on prestige venues with insane views.
Nice.
And just a quality venue. I mean, if you haven't been to Blackbird yet, Blackbird is.
Man, I haven't. Bro, I swear to you, I keep getting told every week by either friends or another DJ, and I'm either busy or doing something else. I gotta come through. Like I went to Don Juan's other event. I think it was Mojito the other day for the first time.
Great venue. Another mini rooftop. Perfect.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I'm definitely keen to go and check out Gasolina. I gotta come through for sure.
Yeah, come through. I'll always sort you out, and can't wait to hear once you're you send it to me because I haven't had anything yet. Some of your tracks, man, so I can play.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. That's a must. That's a must. I'll be back on that grind, so I'll definitely start sending you some stuff. Hey, Mira, you said you traveled a little bit, so I've got here that you actually obviously you went interstate to Sydney, Melbourne, and all that, and then also you DJ'd in France.
Yeah, so I went over for a mini holiday, and my friends hooked me up with a couple of gigs, and the music scene is different, but once they heard that it was a reggaeton DJ from Australia, they were like, "Yeah, we want to hear some Latin music." It was
Oh,
perfect timing because at the same time, Ozuna was about to perform a week or 2 weeks later, so the buzz
oh, crazy.
of reggaeton Latin artists was a bit up in the air. Great
Right.
people, man. Loved it there.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to go back and just chill out. It's one of my favorite places in the world.
Oh, crazy, man. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking out France for sure. It's one of those ones that I gotta go and check out, definitely.
Let's do it.
Bro, what's the Latin Mix Masters?
So, my boy DJ Asado from Sydney. I've always heard of Latin Mix Masters. And I always knew they always had the dopest DJs, dopest tracks. And Asado and AG from Sydney had the link up, and they said, "You want to become a part of it? We'll invite you," because they already were a part of it. And I sent a mix off to the head guy in New York, and
DJ Casper, is that the one?
no, it's another one. There is
Okay.
DJ Casper. He's another dope DJ.
Yeah.
But it was another guy. I think his name is Willie. Yeah, Willie. And he said, "Yeah, cool." He's got obviously he can hear that I can mix and I can compile tracks properly and not just press play. So he understood that I can, actually DJ. And I was finally initiated and became the Brisbane Latin Mix Master. And
Nice, man.
it was awesome because recognition for stuff that I've been doing, and I was invited. It was a good feeling. And then the boys, AG, Asado, and TPC from Melbourne, we did, I think it was 2 years ago, we did it was a massive Latin festival on the weekend. It's something I never witnessed here in Brisbane.
Yeah.
So they block off one whole street for at least 50 to 100 meters. And on each side of that street, which was the road in the middle, they had Latin stalls. Either they were selling carne asado, anticucho, ceviche, arepas, whatever. Anything
Crazy.
Latino, they sold there.
That was here?
Anything. That was in Melbourne. That was
bro, I remember when you guys took a big photo of a group photo together, bro. I was telling Asado, bro, get me on, because like for the next one, obviously, because I'm like, man, that was a big Latin festival, bro.
Huge. And it was so cool to have my people in one place, and not just my people, but the people that want to experience Latin culture, to enjoy every aspect of it. So they put up on the stages people, this lady that sang in Portuguese, so obviously from Brazil, beautiful music, Latin bands, Latin schools dancing, and then towards the end of the day, they had us club DJs do our little thing. Yeah, so much fun. That's absolutely loved Melbourne and the people down there.
You know what, bro? I swear to you, bro, I'm yet to go. Like, bro, Roy Latino has not touched down. Not yet.
Well, once this COVID crap is over, I definitely would say it's usually in November. They didn't have it last year, obviously. I doubt they'll have it this year, but next year, I'm sure when things get better, we should all, most likely we'll go down again. So definitely come with and just enjoy it.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool, man. That'd be awesome. I'm definitely keen for that, eh? Hey, man, 100%. So here in Brisbane also, did you have involvement with either bringing or playing beside Tony Touch from New York or Puerto
Yes.
Rico originally?
Yeah. So when we had the Dummy Reggaeton, we had the option to bring an artist over, and Victor Lopez from Sydney hooked it up.
Oh, Victor. Yeah.
Great DJ, not just in Latin. Victor is very versatile too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And he had a hookup for Tony Touch, so he hooked it up. We got him to come to Brisbane, and as soon as we picked him up from the airport, man, he's like, "Man, I'm hungry." And I said, "We got KFC," and he goes, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I love KFC." So we took him to KFC and had his food, and we met. He chilled out, and he could not believe what we had in store for him. He thought he was just going to do a little club where he's going to play stuff, and some people knew it.
Yeah.
No, man. We had the Met nightclub, which holds at least several hundred to almost 1,000 people in the main room.
Yeah.
Waiting for this guy with a massive LED screen with his name.
Bro, I remember I was there. I remember the Tony Touch freaking screen, and when his DJ, it was a bit of a blurry night for me, but like,
yeah,
a fun night. But yeah, no, I remember that.
It was awesome. He was impressed. He was happy. He even stuck around and drank with everyone in the crowd.
Yeah.
And it was a proud moment to bring an artist and give Brisbane not just a Latin artist, but someone that, you know, influences the new school of the Latin people, the reggaeton, you know, with the hip hop side.
Yeah.
And just, it was great. A great feeling. For me, that was probably one of the best feelings for giving people in Brisbane a quality event with a quality artist. So very proud moments.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. Also, man, just from as a fan, I just want to say thank you for keeping the reggaeton and the Latino vibes happening in our city, because I got to say, without that reggaeton, without Tony Touch coming here and stuff like, then people like us that do a lot of music, we don't get inspired anymore. You know what I mean? So that's pretty dope, bro.
And I thank you for one, and for me, that's where it comes from. Who knows, the people that didn't can you imagine if people didn't have an outlet like Dame Reggaeton or Jam Rock or Gasolina, where we brought the international music into one spot in Brisbane? I mean, it would quality.
I would say that it would die off, bro. Do you know what I mean? I would say that it would die off, because then you'd just be going to other venues and other genres, which is nothing wrong with that. But obviously, we're Latinos. We want to keep our vibes happening, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And always making sure bringing quality was the first thing that we always tried to do. And we'll continue to do. And we'll, with Gasolina, we have plans. As soon as COVID's over, we are bringing artists over. We're bringing major artists over. We're going to make them tour. And we're going because Brisbane's home, we're going to make sure Brisbane's looked after always.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you know what's crazy? When I talk to the other boys about the Southwest and all that, the DJs, you know, like Casa and everybody else, we're always going on about the Southwest as a place that, you know, shows me mad love when I go there and whatnot. But in our own city right now, I got to say it's, you know, DJ Oscar, DJ Don Juan, you know. So it's like, it's good to be in the presence of you boys as well, man, because, you know, yous are like what Asado and AG and all that is to the Southwest. Yous are that for us here in Brisbane, you know.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, man. I mean, I'm glad that we compared with those boys, because
yeah,
they're dope. I mean, like, again, it's just quality down there and quality up here. Exactly. And then hopefully we can all, like I said, there's plans, man. There's so much plans that I just wish I could share, but because of COVID, it's uncertain.
No, that's all good, man. But hey, man, keep us in the loop for sure, bro. Because you know we're always trying to move up la scala, you know.
100%.
Definitely. But hey, man, with that being said, so those would be some of the future plans for DJ Oscar and obviously Gasolina.
What was the future plans?
Yeah.
So eventually, well, like I said, Gasolina will be always at Blackbird. If we do have a special event, it'll be a different event for live acts. And that's the next step, to have live acts. Once we have live acts sorted, and then bang, we'll have supporting acts, which obviously will be yourself. And
Thanks, man.
And I want to give the younger generation a chance. You don't know, man. Like, there could be one little Latino kid that is just hanging out, has no outlet, and is just wanting to have a chance to express himself.
There is a couple of guys, you know what I mean? There's a couple of guys out there now, Latino hits and stuff, you know, these boys.
I know boys.
Yeah, so, you know,
boys.
Yeah, man. Like
they are awesome.
I got rocked up to one of their shows and stuff, you know, and it's just like, cause they know they do obviously all the hits, like, bro, insane, like it's just such a different movement, you know, that they bring as well. I'm not sure what they're up to these days or right now, but like definitely they were cool to watch, you know.
Oh yeah, when I first saw them, when Don Juan brought over Fulanito and Magic Juan, I did supporting act, and then those boys Latin hits came on, Latino hits, and I was impressed. I was impressed because they knew they had a two duo. So one did the raps and the other one did the singing. Perfect combination. And they were hitting the notes. They were on time with the beat and everything. Yeah. For me, I was impressed, and I was like, if these guys keep on going, they can rule Australia with doing support acts for us. Absolutely. Yeah, they'll be the go-to. There's nothing like it in Brisbane. You know?
No. Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember me and Mizzy, we're at their show. We got invited to kick it with them. We're about to do a song together and stuff with those boys. And we seen their show. And we're like, hey, man, like, make sure we don't go after these boys, eh? You know what I mean? Because they've got it on lock, you know? Like, because obviously we only do, like, original music, you know what I mean? So compared to what they're doing, it's like, whoa, you got to make sure, like, put us on before them. So, yeah.
Oh, you guys would have killed it anyways.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, still, you know what I mean? But, hey, look, where can people find you at, DJ Oscar?
Throughout all the usual social media outlets or platforms. So you can do Instagram, Oscar V Graham, so one word. Nice. Oscar Valdivia on Facebook. What else do I use? Snapchat, not so much. I don't go on that anymore. But really, it's all the usual stuff. So Instagram is the major one. So Oscar V Graham and Gasolina Australia, and you can always find me there. If anyone needs to find out where the hottest joints are in Brisbane for clubbing, or you want to go to a rooftop with your fly girl and then just splurge, let me know. I'll show you exactly where to go.
All right, that's what's up. So yeah, there you go, peeps. Make sure you hit up DJ Oscar if you want, you know, the greatest friggin' Latin nights and Brisbane for sure. But hey, man, DJ Oscar, look, I just want to say thank you, man, for your time, and thank you for being part of the podcast in La Casa para la Raza. And man, I'm putting my hands together for the home DJ Oscar one more time.
Thank you. And I'm glad you're doing this podcast, man, because we need it. And I think no one's better than yourself to do it.
Muchas gracias, man. That means a lot. I just think it's just the time that we're in. I was like, look, doing it through Zoom or through any online type link, I think it will unite La Raza, it will unite our gente. And I think I think you're right. So, but thank you, man. I appreciate that coming from you, bro.
Always, man. Thank you very much.
My brother. We'll catch up on the next one. Gracias, man. DJ Oscar. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Brisbane's own. Thank you, hermano, for jumping on the podcast for real, 100%. DJ Oscar. You seen it here, you heard it here, en la casa, pa la raza. You know what to do. Subscribe, hit the notification bell and all that, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.